here's Emmy Award winner Homer.
The best 60 minutes of your day, the Bryan Bulaga Homer Hour. And his first job is to determine whether or not I choked. You ready?
Sure, I'm ready.
So I am in a 11 handicap. I played in a 2-day tournament, Saturday and Sunday. Saturday, I shot a par 72. The greatest round I've ever had in my life. I had 5 birdies, par 72. I'm in like the third flight. I think I had a 6-stroke lead, whatever it was. I didn't even check because it's like, you know, you're in the B flight. I just can't fire up like that's winning something. I would care if I had the best low score gross. Then it would have been amazing. Anyway, so after my 72, they told me my handicap went down to 8.9, but not until after the tournament. I shot 47 on the front and then 41 on the back, so I shot 88, 72, 88. Now, the question is, did I choke? I said I didn't because I'm not good enough to choke. My handicap's 11. 88 is a bad round. The hardest thing anybody should have believing is that I didn't cheat to shoot 72. But I will defer to you. I don't think if you're just average, now, if I just shot 105, then I think you could there's probably a point in which I performed significantly worse. I shot 47-41, made a nice comeback in the second half after I'd probably thrown away any chance of winning whatever it is you win. I still don't know. I don't even know how I finished. Somebody told me I was tied for the lead going into the last hole. The guy made birdie and I made bogey and I lost. I go, really? He goes, didn't you know? I said, nah, it doesn't. It's not really. I want to shoot better scores. I don't care if I win or lose anything. I want to be able to have I would dream for like a 4 handicap. But back to if I choked.
Yeah, no, I mean, let's be real, right? I mean, 11 handicap, right? And you shot what, 80? You shot 87,
88, 47, 41. I mean, I might have choked on the first.
I mean, you might have played. I mean, yeah, you played bad on the front, but you shot. I mean, no, I wouldn't call that choke. I'd say you played a little worse than your handicap. I wouldn't say you choked. I mean, you played exceptionally well when you shot even par. Obviously, I mean that's unbelievable how you played and
bogeyed the last hole. I was 1 under. I was even par, and I birdied 17 and then bogeyed 18. I think I might have choked a little there. I was feeling nervous because I might have just retired. I could have just retired with a 1 under par. What's the last round you played? 1 under, 71.
Yeah, that'd have been pretty good.
Yeah.
But no, I don't think so. I mean, listen, like let's be real here, right? When you are anything but a plus handicap, you can shoot anything. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Right? Like I've played with guys that are 1s. I've played with guys that are 10s. I've played with 5s. They've all shot in the 70s and they've shot in the mid 80s. That's what happens when you are not.
But if it's in a tournament, you could. If someone said I choked, that'd be fine. I mean, I know what choking feels like because I did it in tennis twice.
I mean.
But this isn't important enough for me to choke.
Let's be real, and they cut your handicap too.
Yeah.
So to
be fair, they didn't cut it for the second round of the tournament. They said after the tournament's done, you'll be an 8-9. And the problem is you have one good round or unbelievable. It stays with you there for like 20 years.
You won't be able to shake that. No,
anybody wants to. When I play in any event, I'm going to say, don't take me as a partner. We ain't winning diddly. Because I'm no 72. All right, now let's get to the more important stuff. Everybody should know why the Green Bay Packers traded to get Darian Kinnard. Is that how you pronounce his name? I hope I did it right. Pebble, you got it. You know where he played college football?
I don't.
Kentucky. The
Okay.
145th pick is the Kansas City Chiefs in 2022. 6'5", 322. They liking the big boys.
Yep.
Third year. Why did the Packers take Darian Kinnard? Pebble, would you like to come up with a reason?
Because they don't like their depth along the offensive line.
All right. And Bryan Bulaga, outstanding offensive lineman, your belief as to why they picked up Darian Kinnard.
Yeah, I mean, I have to agree. They are not 100% comfortable with their depth. And this was something we talked about last week, right? We got into this last week. If something happens to one guy, now you're playing shuffle with multiple guys and you're moving guys in a bunch of different positions. And what did we say? You need a guy that you can plug in to one spot, right? He can plug in and play one spot. And that's essentially what they've gotten here, right? He can play tackle, and it sounds like he can play guard too. He's pretty flexible. And he's a big guy, right? And he's fitting the mold of what Green Bay's going to. I mean, he's 6'5", 322. I mean, it seems pretty, that's pretty, I don't know, that's pretty par to the course, what we were when we were playing. He's not Banks big, right? I don't think he doesn't seem like Banks big where he's like what's Banks? 6'6",
He's a house.
It's like 6'6", I think.
He's a house.
Yeah, like 6'6", 335, 340 or whatever he is. But that's what Green Bay evaluated after, obviously, the preseason and camp, that, hey, we are potentially, even after the draft and after the free agent acquisitions, we are potentially an injury away from being in a position where we could be in a Philly situation. And that's not where you want to be, right? You can't be in that position again. You don't want to be in that position again. And Goody, I like the move. I think it's good. I think you go out and get a guy with experience. He's been on winning teams. He's been in winning cultures. And the kid's got 3 Super Bowl rings.
That's why they took him. He's been a member of the past 3 Super Bowl champions. We want a guy who's experienced it. Go find me somebody who's been on 3 straight. That's amazing. Actually, I don't think it's the reason, but everybody should know that about Darian Kinnard. He has been on how many players in the history of the NFL, Pebble, you can look it up, have been on 3 consecutive Super Bowl winning teams. I believe Marv Fleming won the first 2 with the Packers, and then who won the third one? The third one was did the Jets? Who won the third Super Bowl? Was it the Jets? I forget. It seems like he was in on Miami. He may have. Anybody who can find a player to win 3 straight Super Bowls, let me know.
Ken Norton Jr.
Ken Norton Jr.
Yeah. Won 3 in a row.
There you go. I'll bet the number is 10 or less. I'll go with 10. I'll say the number's 10.
But didn't Kinnard win with three different teams, you said, right?
Twice with...
so it's the same as Norton Jr., because Norton Jr. won it twice with
Dallas, it doesn't have to be with the same
San Francisco.
team. Nobody's won 3 in a row, right?
Yeah.
So it can't... So, yeah, he won 2 with...
Dallas and then San Francisco.
Correct. And then Kinnard won 2 with Kansas City and 1 with Philadelphia. I'm sure that's what Kansas City said. We lost because we got rid of Kinnard. But I do want to address the other thing. You both, because you're nice, you neglected to really put all the heat where it belongs, and that's on Anthony Belton. He's a second-round pick. He ain't ready. He ain't close to ready, or they wouldn't need this guy. Is he not really another Anthony Belton? But he's a veteran.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah. So the thing with Belton is he needs more time.
Yeah, he's not ready. They can't risk it.
Yeah, he needs more time. And the thing is, it's not that he may not be ready later in the year.
Oh, I agree.
It's just right now, and you can't play that game, right? You can't play that game. Will he be ready? It's that you can't do that. It's a matter of fact, and the matter of fact is right now, and you've seen it from the preseason games and whatever you've watched in whatever they've seen in these joint sessions. He's just not quite there yet.
Excuse me, sir. He's not even close.
Okay.
He's not even. He's currently in Canada, and they're playing in Mexico. Come on. If he was close, or I will let you answer this. It might be, and I think this is possible, This tells me how Goody really believes in this team. He thinks this team could be special, and then it could be that Anthony Belton is close, but he doesn't want to risk anything even early in the season. If you believe that, then I think you could be right. He could be ready at some point if this is an indication of how good Goody thinks this team is, because he doesn't usually do stuff like this.
No, and this is what we were clamoring for last year,
yes,
to go get a veteran lineman. Like, please go get somebody that will, fill a void in this group, and they didn't do it, and we saw kind of how it panned out, and he goes and does it this year. And I think it's great, and I think he definitely does think very highly of this team, and he thinks this team can do some damage, right? I think he does. I think he thinks this team has a ton of potential. But I think, listen, I do think Belton has a lot to learn and grow, to become a guy that they can rely on, week in and week out in the NFL and be a starter and do that. Like, listen, it is not common, right? And we got to remember this is just rookies in general, right? Like, and that's why what Golden's doing is so impressive. And I'll continue to say it. It is not common for rookies always to just step in and be really good and look like they know what they're doing all the time. And we've seen that year after year with first-round picks, second-round picks. Like, we just know that, right? It takes guys some time to figure it out. And that's just the case for Belton right now. I feel he just needs a little time. And plus, he was a left tackle in college for his entire career. He's been playing at right tackle. That's going to take him time to adjust and figure that out. And that's where he's going to be, I think, for quite a while, is going to be playing at right tackle. As long as Zach Tom's there, he's probably not going to get much time at right tackle, because Zach Tom won't move unless Zach Tom moves to left tackle, which I don't know if that's ever going to happen. It could not. I don't know. But at this time, like, he just needs to develop and learn. And that's where I think they bring in a veteran from Philly to help out there. And I like the move. I'm happy Goody did it. I think it's smart because as we still don't know how Banks' back is. We still don't know, right? Like, I don't know if there's any reports if it's doing better, or if they practice today or if they practice tomorrow, if he's back and doing things. Like, I have no idea. I have no clue. And with knowing that, now you're starting Jordan Morgan at left guard, and how does that backup look, right? Who's the sixth man? It's Belton. Belton's the sixth man at that point in time, right? So that's what Goody's looking at, from when he's putting this roster together. And if Banks is hurt and Jordan Morgan's the starting left tackle, he's going, okay, my sixth man right now is Belton. He's the next guy up. How do I feel about that? And that's why the move is made.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. And
yeah,
it's great. I think they need to do the same thing at cornerback, but he doesn't believe the same thing, because if he did, we now know he would do it. Or maybe there's no one out there that fits as much as Kinnard did and has. We'll see if it happens before the season starts.
Well, the thing too with Belton too, I just want to say this: the thing with Belton too, he isn't to be a sixth man, as you and I have talked about. You have to be able to plug and play at guard too, right? Like, plug and play at guard and a tackle. He hasn't done that, right? Like, he hasn't taken those reps at guard. So you can't go into a season as a sixth man and your sixth man hasn't played guard. Like, it's not possible. So that's why I think this move's been made, and that's just it just makes sense. I think it's really good.
Yeah. Believe he needs some vets. The new Goody. Next.
More of the Homer Hour coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
I'm Debbie Lazaga, and we've got delays along eastbound 94 from before Highway 16 all the way past Barker Road to Brookfield Road. You're back on the brakes from 84th Street all the way to about Hawley Road. Westbound 94 is backed up out of the Marquette all the way to about 70th Street. Southbound 43 slowing down from Good Hope Road to Bender Road, and then back on the brakes right around the North Avenue curve down through the Marquette interchange to the KK River. Northbound side is backing up just before Fond du Lac Avenue up to North Avenue. Traffic is brought to you by the Bud Pavilion's free concert series, Wednesday Night Live. Gates open at 6 with live music starting at 7. Boo the Band takes the stage. Wednesday Night Live at the Bud Pavilion at State Fair Park. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, mostly clear with a low of 53. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, a high of 70. Weather is brought to you by Big Frog Custom T-shirts and more. Easy and affordable apparel personalization with no minimums and fast turnaround. For all your printing needs, bigfrog.com/Mequon. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
On this show, it's always football season.
As a young player, what you're trying to do is you're trying to stack success. And you're trying to stack that because that gives you more opportunities to get more opportunities. And he earned that.
Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
This is what we're talking about. And then you get the injury report and you just can't catch a break. And that same thing is happening on steroids to Lloyd.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
The vibrant fall colors and cooler temperatures make for great days out on the golf course. The Island invites you to experience the best of fall golf with late season rounds at Sweetgrass or Sage Run. Fall golf rates run September 15th through the end of the 2025 season, with tee time starting at $75 and stay and play packages from $125. And submit your 2026 golf package requests early to guarantee choice dates. Plan your fall golf adventure today at islandresortgolf.com.
Get ready to say goodbye to those bland seltzers at the ballpark. Carbless is proudly Wisconsin-born, crafted by real people. A husband and wife team who wanted better cocktails in a can. They're locally made and blissfully better. Carbless offers a bold, true cocktail flavor that's made for baseball fans. Available in fan-favorite flavors like lemon lime, black raspberry, cranberry, and mango, bringing the craft cocktail bar to your seat. Refreshment that matches the energy of American Family Field is Carbless. Full of flavor, no sugar, and no carbs. Just game day bliss.
Looking to heat up a career in HVAC? Dick & Trough Heating and Cooling in Milwaukee is now hiring HVAC installers and service technicians. Family owned and operated, Dick & Trough offers competitive wages, a 401k match, health insurance benefits, and a winning, positive team culture that sets them apart. This is more than a job. It's a chance to grow with a company that truly values its people. Apply now to become their newest team member at dickandtrough.com. Dick & Trough Heating and Cooling. Come see the difference. Apply at dickandtrough.com.
Got an unused car, truck, or SUV just sitting in your garage? Now's the time to act. Your vehicle donation to Rawhide Youth Services provides essential mental health care for youths facing trauma and behavioral challenges. Your help is needed right away. Your vehicle could be the key to a young person's fresh start. Don't wait. Donate today at rawhide.org or call 1-800-RAWHIDE. Empty your garage. Fill a young life with hope.
It's ESPN Milwaukee's Brad Nortman here with some exciting news from my friends at Bank 5-9. Not only have they been named a top workplace for 16 straight years, but they've just won the prestigious Community Choice Award as the best bank in the Milwaukee area. Honestly, I'm not surprised. Not only do they have great products and services, but they truly live out their mission to make lives better. If you're looking for a true local community bank, check out the best. Visit bank59.com to learn more today. Member FDIC.
This is the Homer Hour on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
25 years ago today, the Green Bay Packers hired Bart Starr as their coach and GM. And I'll tell you how kind a person I am. I will make no comment about the historical benefit or lack thereof of such a decision as a tribute to one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever play the game. Now, another team, Bryan Bulaga and Surfside.
That's right. I want to talk to you about my friends at Surfside. Summer is heating up, and there's nothing more refreshing than an ice-cold Surfside iced tea and vodka or Surfside lemonade and vodka to break the heat. Why I like Surfside so much? It just tastes better than all those other drinks you see on the shelf. It doesn't leave your mouth feeling like you just dumped a bag of sugar in your mouth after you took a few sips. Also, there's just so many great flavors, like my favorite, the half tea, half lemonade, the peach tea, raspberry lemonade, and so many more. Made with real brewed tea and real vodka, Surfside's only 100 calories, 2 grams of sugar, and 0 bubbles. That's right, no carbonation, so it's easy to sip and enjoy no matter what your plans are this weekend. Look for the can with the sunset stripe sold at bars, restaurants, and stores near you. Must be 21. Please drink responsibly.
So good. You look great too.
It is the Bryan Bulaga Homer Hour. We have been discussing a little bit Darian Kinnard. I do want to let everybody know I'm in a pretty good mood because I heard other people refer to the NFL preseason games as JV games, which, of course, is what I think exactly they are. I wonder if someone can come up with the percentage of plays made in that game by people who are not on the team on, is it tomorrow the cut down? I think it is 3 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
Because that will tell everybody all they need to know. I don't know what the percentage is, but it'll be large. Also,
it's got to be what, 80%?
I don't know. I just I know it's high.
I'm just taking a guess. I'm just taking a guess.
Yeah,
I'm just taking a guess. I'm just taking a guess.
And what should it be? I don't know. 20%. But again, it's not. It's not the way it's done anymore. And somebody asked you about whether the team's ready. It has nothing to do with how everybody's hurt. Nobody's ready. They're purposely not ready. I don't know which team would be ready, but it has nothing to do with the injuries. It's set up so you're not ready. I think you've stated it before. As a result, the quality of football the first couple weeks can be horrible.
Yep.
You need to be really conservative and not try to do too much. I don't know how. How do you think you didn't live in that world, or maybe you did toward the end of your career? Was the game plan as if you had played a lot of preseason games? They just assume and think players are that quick, or they can adjust, or what?
Yeah, I mean, I think it depends on your football team, right? And who the guys are and how long they've been together and their experience level and things like that, right? And how they're able to, I don't know, get themselves ready, right? Are they are like more veteran players, I think. And again, I'm not trying to sit here and say having more veterans is better, but more veteran guys, they're able to, not get as much work in camp and get themselves into a place where they're ready to go week one. They're fresher, their bodies are feeling better, and they know exactly what to expect when they go out there week one, and they're able to fire on all cylinders because they get the reps they need in practice and these joint sessions, and they're ready to go week one. And teams that potentially are a little bit younger, that don't get those reps, they're just they go out there and it's just different, right? We've all said it. Live games and in regular season, they're just different. It's just a different thing.
Can you explain that to people in any way, myself included, that we can understand it?
Yeah. I mean, obviously the most, the clearest thing is every rep is against the ones, right? Like that is the most obvious thing, is every rep you're taking is against the team's ones. Yeah, obviously there's some rotation with D linemen coming in, right? You're not going against, we'll just say Myles Garrett every single rep. He may get a break, but for the most part, you are going against the other team's ones every single play. And that is different than the preseason. The second thing is the intensity and I would say, care level is jacked up by 1,000. Because guys do they care in preseason? Sure. But if something happens to a guy that probably knows they're making the team in preseason and they don't have a good play, or I guess a good performance in their 10 plays that they're on the field, they'll go back, they'll watch it. Like, all right, that was bad. I need to perform better. They go back and do it. When they go out there, in week one, now it starts to, like, everything matters. Every little thing matters. And when things start to matter that much, and every little play matters, right? Like, and plays, momentum swings and things like that hinge on one play. You got to be ready to go. You can't fall asleep at the wheel for one play, because it can change the tide of a game, and you just can't allow that to happen. So the speed of it, the intensity of it, everything riding on every series, every play, it all just turns up. And just the environment of the game, man, like the crowd, the coaches, like everything just is jacked up a notch, and it just feels different. The hitting is way up. Like, you could feel it. Like, it is way more physical than any preseason game you can imagine. Guys in preseason, they're not trying to get hurt. You can feel that when they're in week one. It's missiles coming
All
at
right,
you.
how do
Dudes
you
are
know
flying
somebody's
around.
trying not to get hurt?
I mean, DNs, when they set edges, they just kind of put their arms out there and they get their legs out of the way, and they just want to hold an edge.
Oh, okay.
Linebackers, when they come downhill, they'll kind of throw their shoulder into you, then put their arms out to try to just make sure their legs are out of the way, but they could see the running back and, make them, people are trying to get their legs and knees out of the way.
As a tackle, what is the most likely injury you could have, or what injury would you hope to try to prevent by doing whatever you would do in a preseason game? What's the biggest fear of an injury for a player like you?
Well, yeah, I mean, you don't want to get rolled into.
Okay.
Like, that's the biggest thing, because the concern is, right, and this is always the concern, is that you're in there and the other team takes their ones out and they put in the 2s and 3s, and this is going to sound really bad, and I don't want this to sound bad, but a try hard is in, and he's screaming down the line, and he jumps to make a tackle and whiffs and rolls into you, and he just full body weight rolls into you, and you're out there blocking your guy and don't even see him coming. And that's the worst case scenario.
And that's something you there's a risk to that. And now that you say it, I can ask you this, and I believe it, that the biggest fear that any lineman has, I don't know if linebackers are, is being rolled into, because you can't see it coming. It just randomly happens, and the injury has the potential to be really serious in a number of different ways. And it's probably, other than what you alluded to, it's just luck, right? It's just being unlucky.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, you can't prevent it. It is luck of the draw, man. And the thing is, when you normally get rolled into, you are in most likely a compromised position, engaged with another defender, right? Like, you're blocking another guy. Your body isn't ready to take on a hit low from another person. So, your knees and your legs are not in a position to take a very hard hit low and from the side, and you're not ready for it, right? They used to have high-low hits, right? They've banned those now, didn't that? Yes.
Didn't they go at linemen? Or no, I don't know. Was it offensive or defense? It was more offensive, did it,
offensive,
right?
Guys, yeah. It would be a cut low, and the O lineman would hold them high, and then the tackle would come down and cut them. Yeah, it would be like
and
that.
I was told, I don't know that some offensive linemen really hated doing that. They just, I don't know was it Denver that started it, or I don't know who was the first one that did that.
Well, yeah, I mean, it was the Shanahan offense and the Gibbs. It was Gibbs and Shanahan. Okay. They did that in Denver. That was a big thing in Denver. And yeah, I mean, listen, you don't like doing that to guys. Right. At least, I mean, there was one thing that I did not. I mean, you don't go out there looking to do that to guys, right? Like, that's just not something you want to do, right? Like, it's just not. There were many times that I got rolled into, and DNs saw it, and they would pull me towards them, because I would get rolled into, and they would pull me towards them, so it would avoid me getting bent
really
back. Yes, they would see it, and they would be good guys, and I'd get rolled into, and they would pull me towards them, and help me out, right? Your ankle still gets trapped underneath the guy and it hurts.
But it makes it better.
Yes, but you're not having your knee get trapped underneath there. So like if you listen, like karma is a good thing. Like you do good to guys, they do good to you too. Like
But I'm right, you can't do that anymore, right? They ended that.
Oh yeah, you can't do that. You can't do that stuff anymore. Yeah, they really cracked down on that. Like you can't even put your hand on a guy. Like if your guard cuts a guy, or if you cut a guy,
nobody else can touch him.
You can't even touch him. Yeah, you can't even put a hand on him.
Well, that's a good thing.
I agree. I mean, you listen, man, you got to look out for the well-being of everyone else. You're not looking to hurt people. That's not the intention.
Right.
The intention's not to hurt people. Now, if you bury them on their back in a clean block, that's called punishing someone, but that's not hurting them.
Oh, I got to write this down. Punishing versus hurting.
Yeah, that's a punishment. That's not hurting
They
someone.
carry some responsibility by being on an NFL field. You can't.
Yes, exactly.
Punishing, good. Hurting, bad. All right, we now know the rules. We also, Pebble, I got a discount Liquor Twitter poll question. Maybe we'll do this in the future. The first vote should always go to Bryan Bulaga. Packers backup quarterback Malik Willis. What to do with him? Do not trade. Trade for a second. Trade for a third. Or trade for a fourth. So you have to pick one of those. Those are your four choices. I didn't put a first in there because I don't think that's even remotely possible. I'm not sure even a second is. But I put second in, and I'll explain when I give you my vote. But you go first. Malik Willis, this year, don't trade him. Trade for a second, trade for a third, or trade for a fourth. What do you say, Bryan Bulaga?
Don't trade. Don't trade.
Because?
I think he's too valuable and proven as a backup. I just think at this point, he's proven that he knows this offense. He's very comfortable in this offense. He's good. And I get it, right? Like your expectation is that Jordan Love is going to be healthy every game, and he's your starter, and he's going to play every game, right? And that's the expectation. That's what everyone wants. But you can't plan for that 100% of the time, right? You can't plan for that. And if something does happen, you can't have a disaster, right? You can't have a disaster. And we saw last year Willis step in and win every game. That's why you keep him, because he could win you games. And to me, that's exactly the reason why you don't get rid of him. There's a chance you end up making him the highest paid backup quarterback in the league, because he can do he could do that for you if you need him to come in and play games. That's the exact reason why.
That makes my discussion worthless, because, and you can decide whether this makes you feel better or worse. I agree 1,000%. And I would add, it's reasonable to be concerned about the possibility of Jordan Love getting hurt. Doesn't mean that he is, but looking at his history to this point, you can't say, well, I know there's no way he's going to get hurt, and for everything you said. And I didn't put up a first-round pick because for a first-round pick, I would at least consider, because I'd have to find out what they think of the other quarterbacks they have. Mm-hmm. But I might be hesitant even to do that this year. Because for everything that you said. And you don't want a season to be affected so much by that quarterback injury. And you can't expect the team to be good. And you know that because of last year with Willis, the team can win and can be serviceable. And I would say I think they probably could beat any team. I understand who they won, but I think that there's that confidence and knowledge with him, so there's no unknown. And if I was on the team, I'd feel like we can beat anybody with this kid there. We'll play a little bit differently.
I think he's gotten better. Okay. He's throwing the ball. He's pushing the ball downfield. He had some good completions in that last game to Golden. Like I think he's gotten better. He's gotten more comfortable in the offense. which opens things up if he were needed to play a game.
I agree with you, but I'm not yet convinced that LaFleur would run the team any differently. So I'll give you the benefit of the doubt, but I'll believe that when I see it. But he has shown that if LaFleur did that, he's got evidence to support it.
Yep, I agree. And like the guys, right? The most important thing is the guys. I believe in him. You know the guys believe in him because they've rallied around him last year. Obviously, with this, Jordan being out in camp for a few weeks, they've probably been like, "Hey, he's back in now. Let's go play ball, right? He's back in. Let's play with him again. He's our guy, right?" And that's to have a quarterback that you feel good about, a backup quarterback that you feel good about, that can help you win games. That is very valuable. It's very valuable. There's a lot of teams that would pay a lot of money for that. What did the Bears just pay their backup quarterback? $5 million a year?
Yep.
Like, it's valuable to have those guys.
No one had ever heard of him.
Exactly.
They walked down the streets of Chicago. He could have gone on the street asking for money, and nobody would have said anything.
Yeah, I mean, that's the first time. I mean, what's his last name?
I don't even know. He's
Bagnett.
And where was he in college?
Tyson Bagnett.
Yeah, where did he play in college? Or did he come?
I think he was D2.
Did he come from Yugoslavia? I'm proud to say I still don't know anything about him. Other than that, he was pretty impressive with the emotion and getting money he never thought would be his. Third quarter with Bryan Bulaga next.
The Homer Hour is back after this on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Southbound 41, still a heavy ride from Good Hope Road all the way down to about Burleigh. The northbound side backing up from just before Mayfair Road up to Hampton. Southbound 894 also backing up from about Oklahoma Avenue down and around the Hale interchange past Forest Home. Westbound 94 backed up out of the Marquette all the way past Hawley Road. Eastbound's got a couple of pockets. One from just before Highway 16 all the way through to almost Brookfield Road. And then again from 92nd Street all the way to about Hawley Road. Southbound 43, watch for delays from North Avenue all the way down through the Marquette to the KK River crossing. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, mostly clear skies, a low of 53. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, a high of 70. Weather is brought to you by Infinity Exteriors, dedicated to saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. Mother Nature can be unpredictable. Your roof, siding, and windows shouldn't be. We install peace of mind with transparency and quality guaranteed. Visit infinityexteriors.com. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lozga on 94.5 ESPN.
Whether you're headed to the ballpark or gearing up for kickoff,
roll up in a ride that's game day ready.
At Tsunami Express Car Wash, you'll get unlimited washes for less than $1 a day, plus fast lane access, free vacuums, and detailing tools included in every visit. With locations across Milwaukee, Waukesha, Greenfield, Oak Creek, New Berlin, and Mount Pleasant, there's always a Tsunami near you. Visit TsunamiExpress.com to sign up and score big all season long. Tsunami Express Car Wash. Wash, chill, repeat.
Baseball is back. Bryan Bulaga here to bring you a proud partner of the Milwaukee Brewers. Surfside Iced Tea and Vodka and Surfside Lemonade and Vodka. A delicious and perfect pairing for a day at the ballpark. Stocked at American Family Field all season long. Surfside is only 100 calories per serving, and the best part, zero bubbles. Ask for it at your local bar or liquor store. Surfside, an official partner of the Milwaukee Brewers. Must be 21 years of age. Please drink responsibly.
I've been to my fair share of green and gold games, and the best way to get there is with Accutrans Group. At Good Karma Brands and ESPN Milwaukee, we use Accutrans Group to get our partners to and from Green Bay, and it's always first class. From stadiums to concerts and tailgates, your game day fun starts the moment you step on board. Sit back, relax, and let their professional chauffeurs handle the traffic while you enjoy the ride. Accutrans Group is Milwaukee's premier ground transportation, available 24/7 with sedans, SUVs, limos, vans, and buses. Book today at AccuTransGroup.com.
Grand slams and walk-offs. If you haven't jumped on the bandwagon by now, what are you waiting for? Siding Unlimited is Milwaukee's very own national champions. That's right, Siding Unlimited installs windows, and we do it really well, earning the prestigious Pella Platinum Premier National Certified Contractor of the Year award 5 times. New windows? Our expert team will deliver on a smooth, hassle-free installation, making you feel proud of calling Siding Unlimited for your window project. What's the next step? Call 262-567-4513 or go to sidingunlimited.com.
This is an ad by BetterHelp.
These days, it feels like there's advice for everything. Cold plunges, gratitude journals, screen detoxes. But how do you know what actually works for you? Using trusted resources and talking to live therapists can help you break through the noise. As the largest online therapy provider in the world, BetterHelp can provide access to mental health professionals with a diverse variety of expertise. Talk it out with BetterHelp. Our listeners get 10% off the first month at BetterHelp.com/timeout. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/timeout.
Turn those hoop dreams into reality with Precision Sports, your one-stop shop in southeastern Wisconsin for Mega Slam, Ironclad, and Dominator basketball hoop systems. Installation of new or old hoops and completely customizable painted court lines. PrecisionSportsOnline.com.
Earth Justice is a national legal nonprofit defending the environment and people's health. Until justice stands for all, our lawyers will never rest. More at earthjustice.org/neverrest. Earth Justice, because the earth needs a good lawyer.
You're listening to the Homer Hour on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
The Bryan Bulaga Homer Hour, best 60 minutes of your day. Please understand the Brewers have a 4-game division lead. They're ahead by 5, but if it's tied, they lose the tiebreaker to the Cubs. So they cannot be tied. When the season is over, they have to have a 1-game lead, which is 4 better than they have now, or they don't win the division. If people tell you they have a 5-game lead, then they really don't care enough or aren't following it close enough to understand that, yes, it is getting close. But back to the Packers and Bryan Bulaga. We've discussed this before, but this to me is like the worst stretch in the NFL season. It's like there's no game for 2 weeks. And it doesn't make any sense. I'm sure there's a reason for it. Whatever it is, I don't know. Seems to me you should be playing your playoff games, let's say maybe the Friday before, and then you play the next Sunday. Yep. There's no game forever.
I know. I agree. I mean, this is a very boring week, so to speak, right? Like there's no point
to it.
Yeah, it's a tough week.
They're not playing games. They're JV games, and now they get more time off after the JV games before they start. I would just start like I'm just saying, I would just start the training camp a week later. Or there's nobody's playing anyway.
I know it's tough, and like they do it in the with the guys of we need to cut down roster. Like it's done tomorrow. They're off Tuesdays anyway. Guys are off Tuesdays regardless.
Right.
I mean, there's no practice on Tuesday. Guys are off Tuesday, right? So that doesn't matter. It's just I don't know. Like I and we know. I mean, I know what's happening right now, right? Like they're gonna most likely they came in today. At least a handful of guys that they know came in. They worked out today. Most likely, guys met and did Lions work. They went through some Lions installs and did that. Tomorrow obviously will be a day off, and then Wednesday it's essentially going to be like 2 weeks of preparation for the Lions. That's like what it is. And as a player, that's miserable.
I want to add, they've done nothing the last couple of weeks where they could have prepared for the Lions too if they wanted. They weren't playing in the JV games.
Yeah, they could have done that as well. Like for a player, this is miserable, right? It's like 2 weeks of preparation for a team. If you're injured, right? Like we have at wideout and Jordan Love coming back, it's really positive for them, right? Because they're rehabbing and getting back, which is great for them. But for the guys that just went through camp and they're like ready to get going, get this thing underway, and now it's another week. And they're just out there practicing some more. We're just out here doing more practice, just practicing. And and then next week kicks it all off again. And then they finally get going in games, man. It's just boring.
Were you a part of this at all? I don't remember if it had started where you.
Yeah. A little bit later in my go, they started to do that.
They could literally give them a week off, right? They could just say take off till Saturday.
Yeah, but they did not do that.
They're not going to. But
they could. But once they did cut downs, which is tomorrow, right? Like, we were back in the building practicing. It was practice. Back on the field Wednesday, and it was a normal Wednesday practice. And here you go. Let's get going. And we're installing. We're going through Detroit, and that's what we're doing. And listen, you go Wednesday, you go Thursday, and maybe they give them Friday off, or it's just something light Friday. I don't know how LaFleur's going to do it, but it just seems like it just goes on and on forever. And then you finally get into game week, and then things start going into, it picks up normal, and it feels like, all right, here we go. We can finally get into a normal routine here. But this is just like the longest week of nothing. It's like the longest week of nothing, right?
It's a bye week. This is the second bye week. That's what we're going to call it. It was the second bye week. Everybody gets it, and it's before the season starts. All right, we're going to take a breaker, but first I want to do what needs to be done about the topic of the Packers above everything else, and that's Matthew Golden. How good is he going to be? And I'm not guaranteeing anything, but I'm just saying there's more curiosity about him. When you were the guy, was there, when you were playing, ever a rookie that created a great deal of attention or comments that you remember now? Or I suspect not, but based on when we've talked about it in the past.
Not probably to this magnitude, right? This is very eye-catching for a rookie.
Yeah.
This is very...
There are people saying he's going to be the top receiver on the team, have most yardage, whatever. I'm not saying it will occur, but I can't ever remember the last time. I'd have to look back to see what the thought was with Javon Walker, but I can't remember the last time.
Maybe Clay. Maybe Clay was catching. Maybe Clay was catching those.
That would be
that attention, because Clay was that good, right? Clay was that good as a rookie. He was. It was. I didn't play him as a rookie, obviously, but you watch the tape of him his rookie year, and he had to look that way in training camp. There's no way he didn't. It's like
you can't disguise that.
Yeah, no, there's no way he looked any different. So he'd probably be one that would be like, all right, that's ridiculous what he's doing right now. But from a receiver standpoint, right? And I've said this before, it's a tough position as a rookie to be really, really good at and get all the intricate routes and deciphering coverages and making the adjustments and doing all those things. Then you're blocking assignments with it and understanding, all those different things that LaFleur requires receivers to do in that scheme. And he's just making it look like he's been there for a few years already. And that's what's so impressive about it. And we haven't seen him do anything with the jet motion game yet. If he's going to be getting handoffs and jet sweeps and things like that, we haven't seen any of that yet. If he's going to be involved there, which he would be really good because he's so fast.
But they haven't ruled out anything also. They act like he can do anything we do, he could do it.
Yes, and he's that dynamic that if he goes in motion, every defense is going, okay, we got it, we're paying attention, and there's the eye candy. He goes in motion, every defense is paying attention. There he goes. Where's he going? And that opens up that opens up everything. So he is been so impressive, and that to me is you got to give credit to him and how he's come prepared. Obviously, he's gotten his body ready. He's been healthy. That's a credit to him too, because he's been working, right? He's gone through almost everything. A lot of receivers have gone out. He's stayed in. That means he's taken a ton of reps. So that's a credit to him as well. He's come ready to go, man. He's come ready to go, and it's shown. He has been very impressive.
And do you know where he played college football?
Yeah, Texas.
No, wrong. Texas, and he played somewhere else longer than he played at Texas.
Oh, no, then I don't.
Played at Houston.
Houston for 2 years.
Oh.
Entered the transfer portal and played to Texas for 1 year. I'm guessing he made a lot more in Texas than he did in Houston, and I'm not talking about catches. I'm talking about cash.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Fisco Auto Body. It's a family business owned since 1931 on Forest Home in Franklin. Don't give the address enough on Forest Home in Franklin. They're good. You'll thank them and you'll thank me. How do I know they're that good? Think about it. It's a family business owned since 1931 and still in the family. It's not what they do, it's who they are. So the people who are working on your cars are the Fiscos, and imagine how young they were when they started doing it. That helps you understand how good they are. Expert workmanship guaranteed for the life of your vehicle. Fisco Auto Body on Forest Home in Franklin. Fisco to remember the name. Fourth quarter with Bryan Bulaga next.
More of the Homer Hour coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. Brew Crew Tuesdays are back September 9th.
Turio sends it deep to left, and there she goes.
Catch the Brewers on local TV as they battle the Texas Rangers.
And Yelich launches one deep right center field. Forget about it. Oh, my goodness. Third deck.
This edition of Brew Crew Tuesdays is presented by Construction Business Group. Tune in September 9th at 7:05 on Fox 6 in Milwaukee, or check your local listings to watch the game.
Okay, gang, we have to talk about the all-new ESPN app. The most live sports, the best championship moments, and so much more. Monday Night Football, college football, NBA, WNBA, NHL, NWSL, college hoops, volleyball, softball, gymnastics, lacrosse, the list goes on and on. Plus, shows like SportsCenter with SVP, First Take with Stephen A., College Game Day, the entire 30 for 30 library. It is all of ESPN, all in one place. Sign up now.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings discount liquor.
According to Time Magazine, Gen Z is drinking 20% less alcohol than all previous generations. Hi, this is Marie from Discount Liquor. Over our 65 years in business, we've stayed up on all the trends, where you'll always find 2,000 varieties of beer, 4,000 types of liquor, and over 8,000 wines. We now also stock over 100 varieties and growing of THCA, CBD, and Delta-9 non-alcoholic specialty-infused drinks. So whether you're experimenting with the latest wellness trend, or you just want something in your fridge that your college kid can call you cool for, come check out our expansive selection. And while you're at it, you do deserve that bottle of bourbon. Discount Liquor in Milwaukee on 51st in Oklahoma, and in downtown Waukesha on Barstow and Maine.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings discount liquor.
And visit us online at discountliquorinc.com.
And ESPN Radio Extra Point with Matt Jones.
The reason the SEC did this is not out of there's two reasons. One, ESPN offered them more money if they did it. So now they'll have one more game, again, getting a lot of money. And then two, under the new playoff selection format, which kind of got quietly changed this summer, strength of schedule matters more. Yes. And because of that, the SEC does not want to get in a situation where the Big Ten with 9 conference games is getting more teams in even though they don't think they're as good. This also allows it to get the playoff from 12 to 16 because the other conferences, from what I understand, had told the SEC, we will only go to 16 when you agree to play 9 games. So this is probably a step, Myron, into making the playoff go to at least 16 teams.
Your fantasy draft is here. The Smack Talk is starting, and this season, ESPN Bet is giving you more ways to ride with your squad. Introducing ESPN Bet Fan Center, where you can instantly link and bet on your fantasy teams right in the ESPN Bet app. An enhanced sports betting experience only from ESPN Bet, the sports book for sports fans. Download the app today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Hey, it's Reese Davis. Let's be honest, you can't keep an eye on everything unless you've got Blink Outdoor 4 cameras. While you're focused on the game, Blink's keeping an eye on your home.
With up to 2-year battery life and with Sync Module XR, you can cover more space without constant maintenance. No wires, no worries. Blink helps keep an eye on what matters most. Get Blink today at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
Welcome back to the Homer Hour on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
The fourth quarter of the Bryan Bulaga Homer Hour. Dr. Aaron Holterbeck and his team make vision care a top priority with the latest technologies at their state-of-the-art Brookfield office. I was there, and Dr. Holterbeck said, proud of helping people with all their eye care needs for over 20 years. But we got to be better. So, to help in more vision care issues, so they got experts everywhere. Last year, they added Dr. Nausheen Abbas joining the team, and this I didn't expect, but true, they're accepting new patients. That almost never happens. Don't mess with your vision. Trust the experts, and they got even more of them at Holterbeck Eye Center in Brookfield, near the corner of Calhoun and Capitol. Learn more about their services at holterbeck.com. Well, I don't believe anything. At any point did we say that the Packers were going to get Trey Hendrickson. But the Bengals have given him more money. He'll get a $14 million raise, boosting his salary to $30 million. And for anybody concerned about any other player, remember, they got a week of nothing going on, which would be even more time for other things to be settled. I guess this is how you do it. I mean, my thought is, well, you were going to give it to him anyway. Why don't you give it to him sooner, and then he's at training camp better, and this creates a greater risk that he's going to get hurt? But I might just be making that all up. How do you view these things that get resolved, and wouldn't it make more sense to get it done sooner, and maybe money is saved? I don't see how much. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, the Bengals offered him, a 3-year, $95 million deal with 1 year guaranteed. I mean, it was an absolute junk deal. So essentially what they're doing is giving him the contract that they offered, but this 1 year, right? Like, it's this 1 year. They gave him the money
up front.
And he's going to be gone next year. Like, that's essentially what this is going to be, is what it sounds like. And they tried. I mean, they tried their best to keep him, and it ain't happening. Like, it's just not happening. And they'd rather play with him than without him. That's
for a
just
year.
What it is. Yes, exactly.
Which isn't that much different than what the Packers like to do. Their plan's a little different, but it's always, we have to ask you, so how many years are they really paying him for, right?
Correct. That's exactly what it is. It's all about what are they actually giving him money for? What are they tying themselves with the player for? And in this case, it's a year.
And I give credit to Tony Romo. You should listen to when he talked about his contract with Jerry. And he said, look, you got to give me enough so that you feel obligated to keep me. Mm-hmm. And Jerry Jones goes, yeah, you got a pretty good point there. But that's really what it is. Otherwise, It's all a joke. You know there's a number which will increase significantly an extra time that they're going to keep you because they got so much invested.
Yep.
If you ain't there, take it. See ya, but not for a long time. Bryan Bulaga Homer Hour, National, ESPN National, we have created it, and we call it the first NFL bye week. Everybody gets it. There are now 2 bye weeks in the NFL, right? There's the Bryan Bulaga bye week before the season starts, and then one in the season. You comfortable with your name being associated to the first bye week in the NFL, the Bryan Bulaga bye week?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
It's my bye week.
Yep. Next.
right.
A little bit of trouble on 43 southbound right now. Right about at Good Hope Road, we've got the center lane blocked with